Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a good morning. A little bit cloudier today than usual, which is good, I guess. I got solar panels on my house, so sometimes cloudy has mixed things about it, right? So we'll see. But I hope you guys are having a good morning. Have a sip of coffee. Cheer that you have a good day today. Well, today is a good day to talk about the future. I have my family friends and friends of my family, like my son's friends and stuff like that. They have a lot of concern about the future. We have a lot of tragic scenarios being played out, not only on TV but in movies. The apocalyptic things of the future are often uh, better draws to get people in. I've never been a big fan of horror. Uh, Not been my bag. That's okay. That's why we have different things. We have different types of shows. And one day we enjoy a little horror, and some days we like a little bit of comedy. That's just the way it's done. Horror shows, a horror show that I would enjoy would be ones where the evil of what is bad is overcome by the hard work of people around you and efforts of those people to improve them. So, before we get too much on genres of movies, because that could be quite a topic in and of itself, let's talk a little bit about the future. So, on paper, the future looks bright. Uh, Everything about it looks bright. We have global warming issues, but there's already quite a bit of effort underway to improve those. We have uh, long term, looks like there may be economic impacts, but there's not a real concern. That being said, some people have taken what, because all models of future have uh, a wide range of possibilities. And some people will take the curve that has everything goes wrong always for 50 years. That scenario looks apocalyptic. And then if you look at the curve that's uh, positive all the way up, then that one looks like a beautiful uh, imperial wonderment of the world. So there's like I said, there's a wide range here. Now, I'm not going to talk about those models and the future as how I see it. I want to talk a little bit about empathy. Uh, if you go out and talk to young people, they unfortunately have watched too many, no, I won't say that. They have watched things where the curve is down. The curve being down has now made them feel like when they see things, they think negatively. They think they're worried about society and what's going to happen to them, and the future looks dark. And so oftentimes I am empathetic to what they're going through. And I don't try and dissuade them that they're being foolish or they're looking at the wrong curve. They need to look up. What I do is I provide them information that is not on that curve, that's on this other curve. And I just give them that. There's a idea of, poking a hole in the story that they have in their heads. You don't have to change their minds. Just give them a little outlier that allows them to see not everybody is seeing this as negatively as I am. Because when they see those little outliers, and especially if you can get one that will give them a little track, a little area to follow, not just a goodwill gesture by a good Samaritan, which is great, but somebody that's actually maybe changing a technology or uh, a country that's making improvements to their people or a trend that is positive. Take those and show them to them. Give them the facts. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to extrapolate it. Just show them the facts. And they can use that to start to pull themselves up that curve a little bit. Because the truth is, in my mind, there is a lot of positives. There's a interesting author that I've read one of his books. He's got three more out, and I have them on my list. I'm going to try and read them as well. And Peter Van Zandt. Peter Van Zandt has a uh, several books that he's written that are. It's not sugarcoating. It's not um, a bunch of good things. It's it's a practical. He will he will outline where raw material is being processed and how it's being processed and who's processing and how many people we have to process and how the birth rates are affecting this country and how shipping and industry affects this country. He's not a futurist. He doesn't really delve much into the future other than the fact that he looks at materials that are used for products that we plan to use in the future. So he's definitely a macroeconomics guy. And he says there's hard times. There's going to be, he thinks there's going to be hard times, there's going to be good times. But overall, he outlines it out. And he says, you got a lot of countries working hard to help not only their country, but to help the world because their country is part of the world. So even though we have a lot of poor choices by some leaders, overall, those leaders usually get removed or come to their senses because they know they can't escape the planet. They're stuck here with everybody else. So that's all I had. So the point I'm trying to make, meet somebody that's feeling down. Don't try and tell them they're wrong and they're being stupid or anything like that. Just give them a little trend. Find something that shows a little positivity. Um, humanity has made enormous gains in healthcare and removing, reducing, and removing as many people from poverty as possible. Uh, Food. When I was young, there were a lot of people saying we'd all be starving to death right now. And if anybody's seen Blade Runner, you know that was 2019, so we just passed it, and we don't have Blade Runner here. So there's a lot of things to, if you look back, you see positive things, and try to be positive, be empathetic. They need your help. Give them a little lifeline, a little anchor to pull, hold them, and maybe pull them up a little bit toward that other curve that's a little more positive. I think we're going to be in the middle because I think we're not perfect, so we're not going to be perfect. But I don't think we're going to be this one. We're going to be like this. We've been like that for a long time. So, hope you have a wonderful day. Stay positive. Stay positive for those around you. Keep up the message. Love you guys. Take care.